Well, we started out here with the idea of creating a collaborative program at Ohio State University to work together across the university boundaries.
And I think that's one of the fortes here at Ohio State, is that we have this feasibility of collaborating with a variety of scientists that have interest in functional foods and contribute their expertise.
From horticulture, food science, nutrition, and medicine.
We are able to work with our horticulturists and crop scientists to grow tomatoes that we think are optimized in cancer-fighting materials. We're able to take those to the food science department, process them into great food products, and on the same campus bring them to the medical center, translate those into human studies. So this is kind of a crops to the clinic paradigm.
We've used tomato and combined it with soy to make a tomato soy beverage. And what the idea there is that both of those foods had particular bioactives that, in our case, when we developed them, were aimed at prostate cancer.
So these are two different tomato juices that are derived from unique varieties of tomatoes that were developed here on our Ohio State University farms. And the tomato juice here, the red one, is the high lycopene variety. It contains lycopene, the red pigment in tomato, about 2 to 3 times higher concentration that you might find in table varieties of tomatoes, let's say. And that's the tomato juice that we used for our clinical trials here for the soy tomato juice.
So the results of the phase 1 and phase 2 trials of some of these food products are very interesting, and many of them will be published in the next year. For example, we know for the first time how specific components of soy may be metabolized by different groups of people. And this is really interesting, and it may be related to the types of microflora that we have in our intestinal tract.
In the case of the prostate cancer patients, the studies that we're conducting is in a unique study design. It's called a pre-surgical model. So there's about a 3 to 4 week period from the time they're diagnosed with prostate cancer, enrolled in the study, and they undergo surgery. So that provides us a unique window to conduct a nutritional intervention study with our soy tomato juice. And the unique aspect is when they have their surgeries, we actually get biopsies of the prostate tissue. So we can measure the bioactive compounds that are absorbed and deposited in the tissue, in the prostate tissue.
As far as the berries, we've done black raspberries and strawberries. Both of them are high in a lot of bioactives.
The berries has been remarkably easy. The black raspberries particularly, I mean, they can be made into various types of components that are almost like candy. Confections, rich, taste great. The black raspberry nectar, for example, that we are developing for esophageal cancer is just a remarkable product. Tastes great.
We have worked with 2 other investigators, one in human nutrition and one in the area of breast cancer, on formulating grapefruit confections targeted to breast cancer. To do that, we had to freeze dry the grapefruit. So that's one of our newest functional foods.
We will be able to personalize our recommendations to prevent cancer for that individual. So this is where the functional foods may come into play.